a legend journalist here in the country, Curfew Day, had a big conversation with another legend, Agya Nimo, and he spoke very profoundly of Shatta Wale. And these are his exact words of Shatta Wale. He said, "I haven't met Shatta Wale before, but I love him so much. He tried to be different. I just want to meet and have a handshake with him." And this was a statement that he said in an interview with Curfew Day. Let me start off with you, man. When you hear conversations like this, I mean, legends talk so highly of Shatta Wale, where the media for some time now has preached and advertised him as a very, very disrespectful person, as a rude person, and all that.
The truth of the matter, thank you very much for this opportunity. It's very imperative to talk about something like this. The truth of the matter on this topic is I am a radio producer, a radio show producer, and I can tell you for a fact, almost 90% of Ghanaian music legends second the lifestyle of Shatta Wale.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you this today. A lot of them come on our show with Fifi Pratt. And almost 90% second the lifestyle of Shatta Wale. Reason being that when they come on our show and they are discussing how they were treated by promoters and event organizers during their era, you understand why they actually side with Shatta Wale with what he's doing. And you know the reason why they are siding with him? They are not siding with him because he's fighting their cause. They are siding with him because he's fought it and he's winning. If it wasn't working for him, nobody go mind him. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Shatta Wale is the only artist that stood against the system and has won. He's now living his best life. You can't do that in any system and find it easy. I don't know if you're getting what...
I get it.
Is it that they kill your career, or they make you unpopular, or they destroy every catalog you've made for yourself?
Yeah.
In any musical system, any musical structure, or they might even take your life. But Shatta has been able to pull through all the structures. Look at from event organizers to, how do you call it, award scheme, to promoters. Who hasn't Shatta Wale fought in this industry?
To fellow artists.
Yes, to fellow artists. Why? Because some of them were cheapening themselves, which he believed they should keep the standard. You understand?
Yeah.
And when you look, it's about time people stop drawing conclusions based on the abusive words Shatta Wale is, because everybody and the way they preach their message. Shatta's own is the radical system, like the Rolling Star. No time for nonsense. We come, give us reason. If the reason is not rational, you understand? Maybe probably Sarkodie's owners, they'll take the champagne and drop advice. We don't have time for that. We don't hold champagne.
And the wine glass.
No wine. We don't have time for those. The glass self, you know, the sea salt. We make hot when we from the place be very dusty. So we make hot with the camp. So if somebody like Shatta Wale is talking to the issue, that's why somebody like a legend of this sort, you know, somebody like this wouldn't cheapen himself for any kind of artist.
Oh, no.
For him to say he won't look, he's indicating he wants to see him kindly as he's speaking. So meaning one of his greatest wish is to see Shatta Wale. And what is he seeing Shatta Wale for? Has he not seen the best of musicians in his life?
Yeah.
Has he not seen somebody like him who is a legend in this industry? What has he not seen that will excite him, that he wants to meet somebody in Ghana here? It should tell you that Shatta has made an impact. And it is not the message that the traditional media, certain traditional media are trying to preach that he's radical, but he has made a hard footprint that is going to change the face of Ghanaian musicians forever. Which, of course, somebody like him really respect him for. Because I believe one thing he's saying to himself is, I wish I was in this era.
Yeah, maybe things are different.
Because I'm sure the cry in that statement is more than the joy in it. If he looks back and look at some the way he was treated, how much he was paid for some of his shows, and looking at how much now artists are charging, you could see that could be one of the key reasons. He wants to see how Shatta Wale, how did you make it from this music? We all did this music thing. How did you have a house in Trasaco? How are you riding Rolls Royce? How are you having a shaxi for government to even partner? How did you do all these things? Most of our legendary people, some of them are selling watches now. Some are having this business. How did you raise the bar? It is not to indict anybody, but the truth is Shatta has raised, like the bar has been raised so high, and we've never seen it with any Ghanaian musician. You understand? Of course, we could say some own radio station, media houses and stuff, but we know media houses like for now.
But I mean, some of these things were supposed to be done long time.
Yeah, that's what. But you see, how many of those legendary artists even own a Rolls Royce? Look at the lifestyle. That's what we are talking about. To even own a house at Trasaku. But you see, that is what celebrity status should get you. Okay. But quite unfortunately, over here in Ghana, our celebrity status didn't get most of them this life. Okay. But Shatta Wale, he who is called the rejected stone is now the chief cornerstone because he is now being referred to by legends. I don't know if you're getting me.
I get it. Go continue.
I'll continue. So you see, somebody like him saying something like this should tell the next generation, or the next the next level of artists that they shouldn't follow the negative message being placed around Shatta Wale. There's a good cause Shatta is pushing, and the legends understand the message. Okay, they are not seeing the drama around it. They are understanding what the guy is fighting for, and he who knows it feels it. What film that? So what upcoming? What happened over? You are thinking of fame. They've gotten the fame, and they know what they missed out. Yeah, Shatta is getting the fame and the money. Yeah. And that is what they missed out. So seeing somebody like that, a legend would like to meet you before even the Lord calls them.
True. Yeah. What do you have to say about the Agya Nimo statement?
Well, I believe everybody have people that they kind of admire, and it's not out of place. What exactly he loved, he only said he was different. Different. Yes, and different can be in many.
I think he cited an example. Like, oh, if the thing is this, Shatta would say it. Shatta would not beat around the bush. That's it. So I think he's talking about in terms of being honest and being frank, like
blatant. You know, we don't beat around the bush.
Oh yeah. But the problem is there are periods you beat around. It's not every time, but it's not. While watching, you can watch. There's no stars here. But yeah.
Do you get what you see?
What kind of statement is this?
You see,
what kind of statement is this? You have a legend telling you that he wants to meet somebody, and you think if he beats around the bush, you like to meet him. What kind of statement is this?
You see,
if the artist beats
if he doesn't make sense or he doesn't stick to the script, do you think he would have loved to meet him?
You want to make a mountain out of an.
No, what you said, I'm saying was very unnecessary. Stick to the narration.
You made a statement.
He doesn't.
Who does?
Who does? So ask him. He's the one saying Shatta Wale does.
I'm not saying Shatta Wale. Oh, you see, I didn't say Shatta. You said Shatta Wale doesn't beat around. In the introduction of my statement, I'm saying, oh, okay, but definitely there are certain topics that he will beat around the bush. It's not everything.
But he's saying that Shatta always hits the middle right
on the head. So he knows what he's talking about.
Everybody is saying you can't hit, but even an experienced carpenter sometimes, when you are distracted, you can miss the nail. It's normal. Okay. It's part of life. We live by growing.
Yes. And
so I don't know why you are taking like
Ikumchacha.
We'll be 100%.
Okay.
Yes, it's wonderful seeing the older generation finding inspiration from their seemingly newer generation. Because to me, Shatta be old generation. Couldn't be older.
OG.
Maybe the R, the J's are the newer, RCs are the newer generation.
Yeah. It was necessary.
So it's good for them.
It was very necessary.
For the older generation are looking up to the old generation.
Yeah, see what you are doing.
Yes, and even when you look at the batch, let's say the Shatta batch, Shatta, Samini, Sarkodie, these are talents who have really invested outside the music. They have certain businesses that has helped them continue to be relevant and still make money, even when they are not actively releasing or doing all that stuff. And it's impressive. When I saw the interview, I was happy. I was like, Charlie, Shatta is doing something these old folks could not do in their period. Maybe in their period, there wasn't the system where they could complain. Maybe what they were given is what they took. Maybe you get.
Back in the day, who could talk against what's the name? No, who could talk against this man? The former multimedia.
Mark.
Who back in the day, if you are a man or you're an artist, how dare you talk against him?
Agya Nimo in time was way before.
No, I'm talking about coming to even the. No, I'm talking. When Mark was the leader at multimedia,
in terms of Mark generation and peace people.
Yes, who could? Which artists?
Plenty of them. Maybe you are not privy to.
He did it the way Shatta did it.
Now I'm coming.
Calling him out and mentioning his mother's name and all those things.
No.
So
you support.
I'm not condoning. All I'm trying to say.
Oh
God.
And he has condoned it.
No, you see,
So
very unfortunate.
So
I'm only trying to say.
DJ Slim
How can you see my problem with this boy? Right now, what has DJ Slim got to do with this topic? I mean, you just want me to come after Obolos, but I know somebody sitting by me who is Obolo. That's why I'm trying to keep my steez.
The same way.
Somebody shaming people.
The same way the first topic did not involve Shatta Wale that you brought. This one, that's what I'm saying. You see, what I'm trying to say is during their time, you see, technology has come a long way.
Technology.
Yeah, because let's be honest and let's be truthful to ourselves. Without technology, Shatta wouldn't have become Shatta Wale. Because remember, in his early days at Bandana, when he had to go through executive producers, his career stalled. But when technology came in, he was able to upload the songs for people to directly get the resource. Shatta Wale was rebirth. You get it? So I'm thinking in the time of Agya most time, definitely there was no technology. In fact, it was more of vinyl. And
so they have to go through there.
So they had to go through publishers, as in people who would come and give you money to take. And I guess that is where that is where the biggest issue for most of these artists came, because at that period in time, when the person is buying your music, he gives you all the money at once. So at a point you are getting 20,000, 30,000 at a go. It's not like now that the money comes in quarterly and it's up. So when you get the money at a go, and you know, if it's your first time that you cash out, every nonsense you want to be part of, whether it's women, cars, clubbing, excessive, disorderly conduct. You fall on top of the world. So most of these are veterans. They don't have the foresight, or they don't have people around them who could guide them on the right path to take in investment, to kind of leverage on the money they were making. So most of them squandered their money. That is why most of our veterans are poor and they are struggling. But someone like Shatta Wale, if you look at even where his background and where he's coming from, even if you look at his father's self, this is someone who understands a certain level of business and it has worked for him. So he was groomed from that aspect. And having tasted poverty as a DB, when the money came, he saw the opportunity to not waste it on trivial things, but also invest it in certain things. That now we even have Shaxi that the EZYE is even pushing.
Employment agencies
it's even pushing. So it's good. I know more veterans, like he said, love Shatta Wale because they didn't have someone in their era who could speak up for them during that time. All right. So it's a good thing, and I'm hoping that with the newer generation also come, some will also find solace and kind of inspiration from the likes of Shatta, Sax, Stone, Samini Dems, to also improve their lives.
You see what Black Sheriff is doing with where them boys speaking his mind on some of these issues.
Well, that's what people don't understand. Shatta Wale is vocal. He's been very like when it comes to certain things. Unfortunately, those certain things, most of them have not actually come in a form of fixing the industry, in the sense that there hasn't been like a common voice. There hasn't been like a common voice to rally round the complaint. You. Yami will be so. What do you mean by that? Okay. The God would have act this boy. He's holding a wine glass. So let me come to him. This boy. Shatta Wale has spoken about what? I bet he's spoken about royalties. Yes. Right? Has it been fixed? So see, that's what I'm saying. You see, God. That's what I need to listen to when I said. You see, I added a statement. Please, has he spoken about artists? They pay how much they are being they receive for shows. Has it changed? Oh, are you the one asking me? You manage an artist. In fact, I saw on your wall. You posted a video of your artist. I think a few years ago and now at Penton Week. It's not a few years ago. It was the morning and the evening. Morning and the evening. Yes. And you were comparing. You made it look like years ago he was struggling to have a stage, and now was that the narrative you put out there?
Anyways, guys,
you see, the truth is,
guys, we know Shatta Wale as champion. I mean,
yes. So how can you say so because of copyright?
We know that.
Because of copyright.
As to whether how effective it is, I think it depends on the artists themselves.
They themselves see it in their lives. What I say.
But yeah, let's put that.
No. Because I don't want to. Because after I made the statement, I added one thing which will be lost in context because of him coming when I stated after that he has not had, like, we've not had people rallying around the conversation.
It's true.
I said that.
It's true.
Yes.
I think we know the famous conversation between him and Sarkodie with that deal that he alleged.
You are now saying, you are now using the correct word. That he alleged. That one, they will not know the conversation.
It was just him talking.
Yes, so the point I was trying to get to, that SM PR didn't let me land, is the fact that...
I didn't know you are now SM PR.
Very unfortunate comment.
It's
very unfortunate.
Is that
we are in the industry.
The current crop of talents...
You're an industry person now.
Oh, yes. The current crop of talents would...
When they invite you for events, you don't see me there.
The current crop of talents will see the advocacies.
Yes.
And join together and band.
All right.
To be able to get improvement and changes.
Great.